Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and I am going to be reviewing today some products from GT's Living Foods. This is their kombucha. You're just looking at a flyer that's showing you some information about it. So I want to thank Macy for all her help so I can get these products and be able to try them. So I have 4 different flavors that I'm going to be trying today. And before I talk to you about the actual flavors and try them, I'm going to tell you more about kombucha and why it's good for you to have a product like this for you to consume and the benefits of it as well. So if you're not familiar with fermented products are very good for your gut health. That's really where your health begins, and it helps with your digestion because it has all these beneficial bacteria. So there's many different types of fermented foods. There's things like tempeh, miso, sauerkraut, yogurt, kefir, kombucha, kimchi. So those are all different kinds of things that you can consume. So after this video, I actually am going to do another video, some of their other products. They have also a coconut kefir and a coconut yogurt. So that'll be coming up as well. So why is this important? Because these kinds of foods are rich in what's called probiotics, which is good bacteria. Particularly those that are in your gut. They help to maintain healthy digestion, support immune health, and optimal intestinal function. And the best way to do this is by eating foods that are packed with probiotics. And the reason is because they're actually live and living. When you buy a product that is from a bottle, like not this meaning, but a capsule, any kind of supplement, you can't really be sure what you're getting. They may say that you're getting this many amounts of bacteria in it, but you can't be sure. But with food, they're actually living, so you definitely will. So now I want to talk to you about, first about kombucha and about their product as well. So kombucha is a tea. It's been cultured, just like yogurt and kefir, and the culturing period is when it transforms itself, as you know, with other types of fermented products. So during that time, the kombucha becomes naturally rich in probiotics, antioxidants, amino acids, polyphenols, and active enzymes. Now, what's the difference between the kombucha? There's a GT kombucha. I have 2 of those, and then I have 2 of the Synergy ones. So the difference between those is that they're both 100% organic and raw. I'm going to talk about all those particulars as well. But the Enlightened kombucha is 98% kombucha and 2% organic flavoring. And so that's the original ones. And then the Synergy ones are 95% kombucha and 5% unsweetened organic fruit juice or puree. So meaning that if you never have tried kombucha before, I've tried it years ago, but I wanted to also try the other ones. So Synergy is a good start because it's a milder taste. It may be not as strong if you're not used to it. So what does kombucha taste like? It's cultured, so it'll have a tangy flavor, just like if you've had things like, fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, you know what they taste like. It's similar to apple cider vinegar. Since our taste buds are so used to sugary drinks, the tart and bitter taste might also be not, recognizable or catch you off guard because you're like, ooh, I was expecting something sweeter and it's not supposed to be. And then it says, what are the floaties in there? So there are things that are like kind of floating around. You may think something's wrong with the product and actually it's not. Those are healthy culture. The culture is not visibly present at the time of bottling, but it actually forms afterwards is an indication that the product is still living and active. So the longer the product is, the more culture strands form. So the longer you have it. So they say think of it like a coral reef that harbors millions of living probiotics. Now, what about caffeine in kombucha? Our products are naturally decaffeinated, but contain anywhere from 8 milligrams to 14 milligrams per serving. By comparison, coffee would be 100 milligrams for 8 ounces. Just so you know, but they're naturally that way. And what about it being fizzy? So the effervescence in the kombucha is naturally occurring, can vary from batch to batch. Unlike soda, it actually increases over time instead of it becoming flat like soda does. Therefore, fresher products tend to be on the quieter side. So if you've gotten a new product, a new batch, whereas the quality and benefits are still present. So who can drink kombucha? Anyone can drink kombucha. For anybody of any ages, but as far as like if you're giving it to a child, then you want to give them less anyway to start with. For anyone who's just starting it too, you want to give them less anyway. But if it's a child, you also want to start with less. So how much should a person drink? Again, it depends on your own system, and you should determine what's appropriate for you. If you've never tried it before, they say start slowly, have 4 to 6 ounces before breakfast, and gradually increase your intake. So I would imagine it's probably better on your system to take it on an empty stomach than with any food, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'll probably start with less of each since I have 4 bottles to try. Okay. Can kombucha be consumed during pregnancy? This is an important thing that a woman shouldn't introduce anything new to her system during pregnancy, so they advise consulting a doctor. So you might not want to do it at all. How do you store it? It's a raw living food, so you know. So always keep it in the refrigerator. And additionally, it should be kept upright and never on its side. What about shaking it? It's not like other drinks, like juices that you have that may settle. You don't want to shake it, because if shaken, an overflow can occur due to the effervescence. So to mix it, the sediment, we just tilt the bottle back and forth, which I'll do because some of it has settled because it has other ingredients in it. And what about drinking after expiration date? We advise you to consume it either on or before the date printed on top of the cap, meaning we're not, myself and anybody associated with GT's living foods are not responsible if you have any adverse reactions. So best to consume it as what they recommend. What about the concerns regarding slightly elevated levels of alcohol? What they did was they said they addressed these concerns by modifying the probiotic ratio without compromising the product's potency. So they were able to reduce the opportunity for alcohol to increase during its shelf life. So there may still be some naturally occurring, but it shouldn't be an issue. So now to tell you more specifically about their kombucha. Now that you know a little background, a lot of people might not know. That's why I thought it was important to share and educate you. So their product is all vegan, kosher pareve, certified non-GMO, project verified, USDA organic, no added sugar, whereas some kombuchas do. And it's also low calorie. They handcraft in small batches. And so each one has its own individual attention and care. It's never processed or diluted. So we serve it unfiltered just as nature intended, so the culture strands floating are an indication the product is still living and active. You may have tried other kombuchas and you're not finding that. It's also raw and unpasteurized. Again, very unusual in the industry. Like for juices, you don't really find that anymore because that could be a problem as far as health problem. But when it's culture, that may be different. So the kombucha is 100% raw, keeping all the beneficial nutrients and living probiotics in the bottle completely intact. So again, with things like HPP, high pressure process, there's still some type of pasteurization, even though it's a different process. So it's still not 100. You can't say it's 100% raw and living. So this is actually a living food. It's naturally effervescent, which again, it's naturally occurring from batch to batch. They never artificially carbonate it. It contains billions of living probiotics, which promote healthy gut flora, contribute to overall health, wellness, and digestion. Also rich in beneficial nutrients, naturally occurring probiotics, amino acids, polyphenols, and active enzymes. So I mentioned some of that before. So now what I'm going to do actually is take you through each one, if there's anything in general, just to tell you what's in here, and then try them. So this first one I decided I got to actually pick which ones I wanted. So I wanted to do the original just because it's the original, so I figured that would be good. So yeah, they have some nice things on their packaging too, nice words from people, enlightenment. So it says here on here also: rebalance, reawaken, rethink, rekindle, redefine, rediscover, reimagine, relive, repurpose, reinvent, reclaim, and recapture. I like that. So these bottles are 16.2 fluid ounces. And let's see what else I can tell you. It says on their bottom, enlightened for everyone, everywhere. And so what's it actually made up of? It's made up of mostly the same thing in each one, but they add other things. This one's got their kombucha culture, which is made with, their kombucha is made with black tea, green tea, and kiwi juice. And let's see, what else can I tell you? It tells you which probiotics it has, different types in the bottle. And just so you know, the company was started in 1995. It was also started based on some issues that the founder's mother had, was sick. And I forgot to mention, I will include a link below this video to their website so you can check out all they offer. So they wanted to make food that is raw, unadulterated, and crafted by nature. And that was GT Dave, is the founder. And they say love is our #1 ingredient. I like that. I'm all about that as well. When I make my food, I put that in as well. So if you could see at the bottom, I'm going to show you this so you can see the stuff at the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to tip it like this, kind of side to side, and then you probably won't see that stuff here a little bit. You still see at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of turn it upside down, and it's still closed. just to give it a little mix, because it's all been settled. Again, you don't want to shake it. Oh, just so you know, it has some, I guess probably from the kiwi juice, it has some sugar in it, but not a lot, 6 grams. Everything else is negligible. It's 25 calories for 8 ounces. So that's the information. So now I'm actually going to go ahead and try it. Now that I've kind of given it a little kind of swirl around here. So I'm going to open up the bottle. So again, I've never tried their kombucha before, and I haven't had kombucha yet. Ooh, see, it gave a little bit of a pop in the effervescence. So you see a little bit of the bubbles on top there. And it smells, I'm trying to see what I smell. It just smells effervescent, like champagne almost. Maybe that's what I'm getting. So again, I'm just going to try a little bit in the glass I have here. So it is a little bit bubbly. And I do see some of the stuff that they say inside that you're going to see. And I'm going to try that. Yeah, I don't think to me it tastes like apple cider vinegar. Maybe a little bit. I think apple cider vinegar is a little stronger. But this again is their original. So it's very simple. It's got nothing really added but their basic ingredient. But it has a nice taste. Again, I just started with maybe a couple of tablespoons in this, what this measuring cup has. So no, to me that's fine. The next one that I decided to try, because I really like greens, is their kombucha multi-green. So that's the bottle, what it looks like. And by the way, beautiful bottles. I like them. So what does this have in addition to the basic ingredients? Excuse me. It has Klamath Valley blue-green algae, spirulina, and chlorella. So this has a little more protein in it. Again, I'm going to give it a little mix up. Let it kind of turn over. See, I'm turning it upside down because some of it is really settled. And I can see the pieces in here. So I want to kind of mix that up a little more. Since a lot more settled. Again, never shake it. But if you just go like this back and forth, it should probably, it should mix it up better. So now I see a little bit at the bottom. But this one's going to be greener when you drink it. Again, if you want to get more greens into your system, this would be a good way to do it. And they say on here, living food for the living body. I agree. So I think I probably mixed it up enough. There's still a little bit of settled on the bottom, but I think it's good to try. So I'm going to open up this one now. And I got a little bit of a pop there from the effervescence. And bubbling too. Ooh, this one's bubbling a little more if you could see that. You can see the bubbles on top. See that? And I smell the greenness of this as well. And I like that. I'm big on green, so let's see how that tastes. I like that. I could definitely taste the blue-green algae. I like it. Very nice. So now I'm on to the Synergy variety of their kombucha. This is the one that's called Trilogy. So it's got a pretty color too, pretty packaging. So what does this have additionally? It's got raspberry juice, lemon juice, fresh pressed ginger juice. So those are the additional ingredients in here. So again, I'm going to give that a little mix up from the bottom. You can see some of the settling over there. It's got a nice red color from I believe that's from the raspberry juice. So I thought it'd be nice to try a couple of these as well. So now I'm going to open this one up. Let's see here where I open it. And these bottles are great if you want to have reuse a bottle for, woo! Wow, we got a surprise today in the video. This one got a shot all over the place. I don't know if I'm going to be able to open it. I might have to open it over the sink, so you'll excuse me for just a second, because it's really having a fun time today. I don't know why that one decided to explode, but hey, you know, it's a live video, so what can I tell you? Boy, that one's really bubbling over. Excitement in a bottle, right? Enlightenment and excitement. That's way more effervescent. Wow. I didn't know I would have to do it over the sink, but okay. Live videos, that's what you get, right? But it does have a nice taste. It tastes definitely more like a soda. A lot more effervescent. Wow, a lot more stronger. So hopefully we don't get that one with the last one. And as you saw, I didn't mix it too crazy, so I have a little cleanup to do later. So this one is their Synergy Black Chia. So they've added black chia seeds to this one. Or not black chia seeds, chia seeds. So this one has raw chia seeds, black currant juice. I thought that would be interesting. This one I don't think needs much mixing. But as you can see from this one, still got a lot of effervescence going on top there. But I don't think it'll explode again. I think we only have one explosion. So let me get this one open. And nope, this one just gave a little pop. Oh, that one smells nice. From the currant juice, but I think still getting a little effervescence here. Alright, let's try this final one here. And you can see the color is really nice, and black currants have a lot of nutritional value too. I think they're rich in antioxidants because of the color. So let me just show you this one in the camera if I can get there. You could see the chia seeds in there, how pretty that is. I like that. It's very nice. The black currants, it's a very different kind of taste, but I like it. So those are the 4 varieties of kombucha. To go through them again, I have the original kombucha, and then I have the multi-grain, and then I have the Trilogy, which was the super bubbly, excitable kombucha, we can call it, right? And that's from the Synergy variety. And then finally, the black chia. So I hope you will check them out and try them out, and then I will have, like I said, some other videos of some of their other living food products to try out. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.